Kevin Patullo worked with the quarterbacks. I'm not seeing the massive upgrade. Okay? So, can I tell you what I believe this is? This is the first time that I'm going to make this comment. I think this is Nick Sirianni, and I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles doing this. Hey, guys, you want to get Nick Sirianni out the door? Go ahead, Nick, make the hire. Because Josh Grizzard and Sean Mannion, if those are Nick's guys, I mean, I got to say that 2026 is a year that is going to define or it's going to exit Nick Sirianni. Because if they turn around and have a great offense in 2026, Nick's going to solidify himself as one of the best coaches in the league. If this thing falls flat on its face, Nick Sirianni will be fired by the end of the year. So guess who now has been put on? Well, you know how everyone was saying that the coordinator job was that it's a hit or miss, whether you're going to be an NFL head coach or you're going to be fired? I think this is where Nick is now. Dude, this is a massive reach. I'm not telling – look, it's a reach in resume. And again, I'm not indicting the guy. I don't know the guy. I don't know if he could do the job. I have no idea. Nor does anybody. I'm just saying you hired a guy who's never done anything except sit in the room. He's not been in charge of anything. By the way, I've heard great things about the dude. I've heard a lot of people think the guy, he's got a photographic memory. They say that he is a dude that was born to be a coach. Okay. Hey, all of that stuff is great until you get into a game and you actually have to have a plan. That is yet to be determined. So right now, some of you are going to give him the benefit of the doubt, which means you're going to give the Eagles the benefit of the doubt. And the last couple of years when they've made these calls with inexperienced play callers, they failed in their eyes. By the way, let's first start out with how this benefits the quarterback. How does hiring a guy with no experience help Jalen Hurts in the offense? Anybody? How does this guy help Hurts? Okay? So Elizabeth says have to start somewhere. So you're going to start somewhere with a Super Bowl MVP, with a guy who's never called plays, and the head of the snake, the quarterback, knows more than the coordinator will ever know. Sounds like it's backwards to me. You at least want to hire a person that's going to help the guy elevate his game and know more or as much as the quarterback. No? Hey, once again, I want this to be clear. I don't know if he's going to be good or not. I just know that, to me, he's been a coach for 24 months. He's had 2 jobs. And in 24 months, he's ascended to being the offensive coordinator of the Eagles. That's quite a climb in a short period of time. I didn't know the Packers had some sort of explosive offense. We needed variety. Too many paisans, too chummy. How you doing? Too many paisans. I think the Eagles are hoping with both hires that they could come up with a good game plan for Jalen. Okay? See here. Sills, this hire was not for Hurts. Clearly. I've told you this. Bob, they don't hire coordinators for Jalen. They hire him for Nick. Okay? Yeah, it doesn't look good on paper. I didn't say, wait a minute. I said it looks inexperienced on paper. I'm not telling you he's not talented. Okay? I'm not telling you. I first heard the hire, but I'm liking it more and more. All right, Michael, why are you liking it more and more? Why are you liking it more and more? Like, what's the upside of Sean Mannion? What's the what's the upside? He's young. Give me a positive. Y'all say rebuild? Well, this has got nothing to do with personnel. Okay? This is not anything to do. So here, he's an ex-quarterback. Okay? He could be that vet in the room that he missed this past year. I thought Jalen Hurts always said that Tanner McKee is awesome to have behind him. A playing experience has no impact as a play caller. None. Preparing for the position and then preparing under guys like McVay on how you prepare, yes, that I will agree with. Him being a former player means jack shit to me because he wasn't a very good one. Him preparing in Sean McVay's system does at the end of the day, that does make me have hope. Other than that, playing time means nothing. Give me one asset that he has. He helped Malik. No, that was Matt LaFleur. So wait a minute. Are you guys saying what the quarterback coach that Jalen Hurts has? You don't give any credit to him when Jalen Hurts is successful. Now you're giving Sean Mannion credit for Jordan Love having or Malik Willis having success? And Scott Loeffler, the quarterback coach in Philadelphia, doesn't get any or accountability for what happened last year. So how much do you think that Scott Loeffler, the quarterback coach in Philadelphia, has when it comes to the failures of the offense this past year? So the quarterback coach, you think, really has that much say in how a quarterback prepares? Okay. Not heard that one before. Will Sean have more say on the play calling, Sills, or no? I think he's going to. I think this is the end of Sirianni if this fails. I think the guy that'll be fired, the guy who'll be fired at the end of the season is Nick. If this thing blows up and looks like shit, Nick's fired. They may fire his ass during the year if this thing blows up. Sills, this is Nick's all or none. Best case, Mannion does what Kellen Moore did and ends up leaving. Worst case, missed the playoffs, and Nick's out completely. Scott's out. Okay. Didn't know that. Thanks for the update. A positive is that it's outside of Nick's circle. Positive is it's outside the box. It's outside the box. This is completely outside the box. I mean, dude, this guy has nothing to offer on a resume. That doesn't mean he's not going to be good. Don't get it confused. I don't know on January 30th if this guy's going to be good or bad. How could I? I'm going by who he is. You're going by what he may be. Anything you say about Sean Mannion, who I barely even heard of, think he's a quarterback out of Oregon? Got drafted, third round guy? Okay. I don't know what to say about him because there's not much to say about him. What's the likeliness of really seeing McVay concepts in our offense? 0. That will be a tailgate sign to see how much they move off of Nick's system. They're not putting anything from Sean McVay's passing offense in this thing. By the way, let me ask you something else. Does Sean Mannion make A.J. Brown feel better about coming back and wanting to play here? Absolutely not. So you're going to have an inexperienced play caller with a wide receiver who's bitching about the offense being stagnant the last 2 years, and you've gone to the playoffs and you've won a Super Bowl. A.J. Brown can't be happy about this hire. What type of route concepts is he going to come up with for AJ? Sills, listening to another outlet, they say Mannion has full autonomy to run the offense. Okay? I guess. So you're going to give full autonomy to a guy who's been a coach for 24 months. I mean, wow. What a swing. Boy, it's almost like, to me, it has a feel like the Eagles are doing this. Hey, Nick, sink or swim. It just has a feeling, sink or swim.